Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you're ready to go back to normal life if you have little kiddos and they are going to school tomorrow. Like, I'm in that boat, so I am so glad that they are going back to school. But I do enjoy their time at home. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to come in here and talk about the number one mistake that employers make during this time. So it's January. Their information returns are due. They are normally due January 31st, but this year, January 31st, falls on a Saturday. Therefore, they are going to be due on the following business day, which is February 2nd. So the number one mistake is I see employers reporting the amount of money in the wrong form. So out there on the IRS website, we have the 1099 NEC, non-employee compensation, and we have the 1099 MISC, which is miscellaneous, and you should use the form for the purpose it was intended. The NEC is to report money that you have paid an independent contractor, such as maybe you had somebody driving for your company, maybe you had somebody doing painting in your business, somebody who is not your employee, basically. But the MISC, this is for miscellaneous. So this is to report rent, royalties, insurance proceeds. So mostly, for majority of the people I've worked with, 90% of them, they have the NEC, the NEC. This is the independent contractors and not the other form. All right, so we already talked about the deadline and we have talked about the difference between the two. And there is another one that I commonly see, which is the 1099K. This is when the payment was not made in cash, it was made in credit or debit card. Okay, so, and you have to pay attention that if you're filing more than 10 information returns, kindly do not mail them. This is 1099 and W2s. You definitely have to e-file them. They are like before, you could mail them, but now they have cut down the threshold of how many information returns they can take. I think before it was 200 and then it went to 10. So definitely you don't want to get yourself into that mix. And so there are penalties, especially if you do it late. By Feb 2nd, you should be able to issue all of them. So right now you want to gather all the information, you want to list everyone that you paid in your business, you want to list the total payments, you want to make sure you have the correct name and the tax info. And this is to remind you, every time before you work with an entity, you need to issue them a W-9. In this W-9, you'll get their name, you'll get all the details that you need to be able to issue them an information return. And yeah, we should do it correctly. If you need help to file your information returns on time and accurately, my firm can assist you in that. I will leave a link where you can book a meeting and you can meet with one of my team members and we can help you to get this going. All right, the earlier the better. I am Catherine Cahill. I'm with CK Tax and Bookkeeping, and I look forward to working with you. All right, have a good day. Bye.